Hey everyone. Today's guest is James Stroll, who is the creator and director of the Revolution Against Aging and Death, or RADFest, which is a yearly conference that brings together scientists, physicians, biohackers, and longevity enthusiasts to share the latest advancements in life extension, age reversal, and anti-aging research. This year's conference is coming up relatively soon in July, July 10th, and James is here to tell us all about it, and we'll dive into other aging related topics. So with that, welcome James, and let's get into the presentation.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Michael. It's great to be on your show here. Okay, we'll get right into it. You already told everybody, July 10th at the Red Rock Resort in Las Vegas. It's going to be an unprecedented event because we're having unprecedented collaboration with the Leave Foundation with Aubrey de Grey. So I think already that's been announced several times, but maybe people who don't know, he's going to bring a whole new level of PhD information and science to the table, and we're really excited about that. In fact, I'm meeting him Saturday in Vegas for a pre-launch. We have a company there that wants to help promote RadFest and has invited us there. This company is inviting several other companies to be there with us, and so Aubrey and I will do a little preview of RadFest there on Saturday, this coming Saturday. So um, the birth of I want to talk a little bit about the birth of Radfest because I think that's important for people who say don't know too much about Radfest or how it really got started. I'm always asked that. It's really a new era of longevity, and we started the idea or thinking about doing something of this nature in 2014. Radfest, excuse me, the Coalition for Radical Life Extension, which produces Radfest, okay, is a nonprofit organization, 401c3, and it was formed as a global outreach initiative with People Unlimited. People Unlimited is an organization that I also own here. It's a longevity community here in Scottsdale, Arizona, that's dedicated to educating and inspiring people to live unlimited lifespans. So in 2014, we started, talking about here at People Unlimited. We wanted to do an outreach to the community, and several of our team members said, "Well, why don't we go out and reach out to some of the doctors and scientists that we're hearing now that are coming to the table." We're hearing more and more, and before that, we had very little science that we were able to actually connected with. So I started reaching out to different individuals, and one of them was Bill Andrews, who's now one of our major board members, Dr. Bill Andrews, who owns Sierra Sciences. And so I reached out to him, and he immediately said, "Oh, I love the idea of forming a coalition for radical life extension, and I love the idea of then launching it with some type of event." At that time, we didn't really have a total concept of how we wanted that event to look like, but he was excited about it. He started introducing me. The short story is he started introducing me to other people in the network, other scientists and doctors who he thought would be interested too. He came here to People Unlimited and loved it. He said, "Wow, I thought I was in a desert out here by myself, and I meet all you guys." So contrary to what some people may think, scientists and doctors are people too. They need human contact, and sometimes they feel very alone. In fact, after starting the Coalition for Radical Life Extension, having the first event, RadFest in 2016, I had several doctors and scientists come up to me and say, "Wow, thank you for doing this because we felt like we were by ourselves out here, and now we feel more inspired." And some of them even gave me, little presents because as of gratitude. So that was very touching, and really that's what I wanted to create was a broad collaboration and inspiration for not only the doctors but for entrepreneurs, enthusiasts, scientists of all levels, and create a place where people could come and get inspired and find collaborations and find funding, et cetera, et cetera. So in 2016, we had the inaugural event, which we had a record-breaking attendance for any event of its kind of over 1,000 people, and 30 plus countries were represented. So we were really thrilled. Aubrey at the time, he was great. He was there, and he came up to me towards the middle of the event and said, "Jim, I hoped you'd be able to do this, but I really didn't. Really, I kind of doubted it. So now I'm never going to doubt you again." so, so I think that's what kind of morphed into this now relationship we've got that we're doing this Radfest here in 2010, which is our 10th anniversary. Uh, RadFest in 2016 immediately established a global longevity community. It was like spontaneous. It also attracted funding for longevity initiatives, drew an international press. We had a lot of press. We got a lot of good press out there. Prior to that time, it was difficult for us to really get good press. There's so much skepticism. But when the media came in and saw that, heard all these scientists and heard all these doctors, and saw all these great scientists, they began to get a little bit more positive, and so kind of it changed the dynamics, changed the relationship there a lot. It also enabled and accelerated collaboration between researchers, entrepreneurs, advocates, and the general public. Okay, so we made history together then, and that was fantastic. The critical research that Aubrey de Grey has curated through his renowned Longevity Summit will now be featured at RadFest, alongside the most advanced and relevant clinical practices for impacting longevity today. So we're very excited about this. We think that it's going to be a really an event like no other we've ever had. And that's what we wanted. We always want to grow. We always want to expand. We always want to bring the best to the table. And I think it's important for me to, excuse me, point out at this point that we're not a commercial organization. We're a nonprofit. We're not selling things. We don't take percentages from companies. We have exhibitors come in, but we don't take percentages from them. They pay their fees. They sell their products, but we don't take a percentage of anything because we think it's a conflict of interest for us. We want people to know that we're bringing the best to the table that we can bring all the time in health and wellness, and any innovations we bring there, we're not getting some cut from it. Okay, so there's not a conflict there for us. So the coalition and now Longevity Escape Velocity Fund are joining together, and that's a real beautiful thing for us. RadFest goals, okay. We want to galvanize and have done that already, but we want to continue to be impactful in that, the radical life extension community. As you know, and I think many of our listeners know, we've been kind of all out there doing our own thing sometimes, nothing wrong with that. But we found out that by working together and having that spirit of camaraderie, we can all go faster and move things faster, get greater support. And so that's still our big initiative, and we've made some great success in that, but we're still moving for that across the board. We also want to create and have created a sea change within the longevity movement. And we have a lot of people that we're very open on that level to collaborate with anybody. We don't see anybody as competition. We don't care who they are, whether it's A4M or any other company. I'm grateful for what Brian Johnson is doing. He came and spoke at RadFest. He actually told us, he said, I thanked him for coming. He said, well, I got to thank you because you guys were really the inspiration for me to do what I'm doing today. So we appreciated that, and that's the kind of response we get. And we're open to work with anybody on that level. RadFest blends with the best science and inspiration. This is the very important thing. Aubrey and I both talk about this. Aubrey was saying the other day when he was actually visiting here in Scottsdale that he really wants people to get that the power of inspiration and science working together creates a synchronicity that can take us all to a more powerful place in our movement. The inspiration, the mindset, and embracing all the innovations, a new science, and everything that's coming forth. If you, in your mind, can embrace that and not just feel like it's something that is, say, fluff or not real or science fiction, the more we embrace that and our possibilities of living unlimited lifespans, the stronger we're going to get in our personal resolve, our resilience, our strength, our emotional strength, and that's so important. And then when you're doing any innovation, as any doctor would tell you, you're doing a supplement, it works better if your mindset is aligned with it. So that's something we focus on a lot too. Okay, this is our 10th launch, and we're going to have this year that's different, all right, that I'm very excited about, is that we're going to have a longevity lounge clinic. It's called RadFest Clinic, all right? And we'll still have some exhibitors, but in this clinic, there's going to be all the best that we can bring to the table, innovations, whether it's EBU, therapeutic plasma exchange, many other innovations, and people can come. I wanted a place where people could come, do these innovations, experience getting even right there at RadFest at discounted prices, by the way, huge discounted prices, where for the most part, the discount they would get could pay for their ticket because it's that discounted, and they can do these great innovations there and begin to take a new path for their health that maybe in their particular area they live in didn't have availability for. And so they'll be able to do all those things and be able then to follow up with the doctors that are there that are doing these innovations right there in this clinic. So they can sign up beforehand. This is already, I think it will be going out next week, sign up forms to everybody who's registered, and they can sign up for these ahead of time. There'll be such things as follistatin gene therapy, cancer detection, blood tests, exosomes. Dr. Kaufman is going to be there. She's fantastic in her exosome administrations. EBU and EBU2 with pulse light frequencies, on-site blood test panels, precision bone diagnostics. And this is a really special diagnostic of bone density. It's advanced. I think it's probably the most advanced that's out there right now. It's sponsored by OsteoStrong, which is also a company that has been on the forefront of helping create, through their innovations, greater and stronger bone density and tissue density, or tendon connections for greater strength of the joints, etc. Then there's a collection and cryopreservation of stem cells will be being done. I mentioned already therapeutic plasma exchange is very powerful. Skin care made from stem cells, biological A blood tests, and numerous others. I mean, it's going to be such an amazing clinic. I mean, and this is what we want to see happen, where people can come and do an application, get better right there at RadFest, and be able to follow up on it. So RadFest speakers, let's talk about that a little bit. Got a few here that we got. We got Brian Kennedy from the University of Singapore. I think everybody knows who in this arena, Brian Kennedy. I'm really happy to have him on board this year. He's a profound speaker. We got Dr. Jose Soloso from Time Life. He's been talking about natural killer cell therapy as a new frontier of immunization and longevity medicine. And then Dr. Spring, she'll be talking on the enhancement of mitophagy of the approach of altering aging. So she's really a very powerful speaker herself. We've got Dr. Wee, who rewrite the time equation, a nature-inspired biopreservation program. James Arrowwood, the reality of cryonics from Alcor. He's a great speaker himself. And then, of course, Matt Kaberlein. Hey, he's doing all these great studies on dogs and being able to, transfer that information to human beings. And so he'll have a lot of new information I'm excited to hear. So we got 60 more RadFest speakers amongst those guys, along with those guys. So it's going to be a big program. We've got the main stage. We got also the labs we're doing now. So some of these doctors will be speaking on the main stage for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Now we started this last year, longevity labs. And these labs will enable these doctors or anyone to go deeper into their subject. They'll get more time. And so people who want to follow up and say stem cells, et cetera, exosomes can go and hear more extensive work or presentations on that in these labs. The labs will not be going on the same time the main stage is going on. So that enables people to interact better and to attend these in a way that becomes more of an open choice for them then. They don't have to worry about missing something as much. So, okay, that's RadFest 10. Just be there, and you're going to be really have your mind blown this year. And I can't wait myself and to meet everybody who's coming. And I hope you're really going to be able to be there, Michael.
So this year, unfortunately for me, I'm moving at the end of June.
That's right. You told
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. So next year, 100% going to be
Okay,
there.
I'm going to forgive you for that then, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah.